Joe Pietaro here with your Muscle Sport Minute for today, and this episode is brought to you by Goliath Labs. Here is their Vitamonster Male Multivitamin from their pseudo brand Colossal Labs. All one and the same, GoliathLabs.com. Hey, I gotta laugh. I like to look at other magazines' cover lines. We call them teasers, right? And looking at my favorite company, Muscular Development, the company that fired me in September of 2014. I'm looking at their December special, which this was basically, it was one issue for 2 months because they missed deadline because they didn't have enough ads. So they basically made it a December special, and it kind of covered 2 months. And they're basically going to go to, I believe, 10 a year moving forward. But this was the one with Phil Heath on the cover. I'll display it right here. Get big and ripped 10 times faster. Wow. Now, when I used to work there, it was a shit show when Blecky used to do the cover lines, and he would drive Alan the Rat crazy, Dietrich, the art director, and then he would, come on, everybody, let's look at the covers, and we would have to look and compare them, and he would do the lean and all of that stuff, and what do you think? What do you think, guys? Right? And we'd all say, oh, yeah, looks great. Yeah, whatever. We like that one. Yeah, he would like that one we didn't like. Always. Whatever. But the cover lines basically, for the most part, have nothing to do with what's inside the magazine. So if you're window shopping, be advised. First of all, you're a fucking jerk-off if you're still buying that fucking bag of shit that's down to, I think, 152 pages in their latest issue, which is the January one. I did not see that photo online before I was doing this video, or else I would have put that one up too. But I'm sure it has some classic cover teasers. 30 hardcore sup facts. Okay. Basically, I'm just going to guess if it's even in the magazine, it's basically a blowjob to the sponsors, the advertisers. This is the sup. You should definitely use this type of whey protein, and you can buy it from this guy. I get it. Listen, I'm a publisher. Sometimes you throw, that's called free added value. Sometimes you got to do that, but you don't put it as a fucking cover teaser. It's basically like a fucking advertorial. Sup facts. You're not going to go against what your advertisers are selling. So if you're saying that supplements suck cock and you're wasting your money on it, your advertisers are going to get pissed. So you got to say they're great. Best dealt workout ever. Ever. I'm sure Ron Harris wrote it, so we know right away it might be a great workout, but it's written like shit. And now Phil Heath. Phil roars, I am the greatest, 6-time Mr. O. They can't interview him. He's with Flex. So what do they got in there? Oh, Ultimate Nutrition athlete Phil Heath. Because Ultimate Nutrition probably took out an extra fucking page of ads or whatever in there. Let's shoot to their, what is this? I believe this is the November. Rolly Winkler on the cover. See him up there. Best of bodybuilding issue. Shouldn't that be every issue? You're a bodybuilding publication. You should be putting the best stuff in there all the time. I know. I get what he was trying to get at, but I'm being a prick. Best arm and leg training. Get jacked now. Blecky loves his get jacked and X, he likes putting the letter X, extreme, and stuff like that. So he loves jacked, extreme, best, numbers. He loves numbers. He likes to use the numbers, right? 50 best exercises of all time. He always drove us crazy for that. So you get the best arm and leg training in their magazine. Well, all right, maybe to the writer, that was the best way to train your arms and legs. Training is fucking very personal. What works for him might not work for you. What works for her might work for you. So saying this is the best arm training is bullshit. Plus, what does this say? Best anabolics, training, nutrition, supplements, fat loss, and bodybuilder of all time. So he's the best of the best anabolics out there. Once again, what works for you? You might take 400 milligrams of test a week and you might get fucking huge over it. Somebody else, they might not even get their dick hard with that. Training, we just said. Supplements, once again. Fat loss, the best fat loss of all time. I can tell you the best way to lose fat. Do cardio. See, I just saved you how much you spent on that bag of shit magazine. And the best bodybuilder of all time. I have no idea. I did not read it. I don't buy it. I flip through it when I'm at Barnes & Noble just to kind of see what they got going on and to see if they have any new advertisers that I can hit up. But I'm going to venture and take a wild guess and say it's Arnold. What is this? MD's best booties of all time. See, now you're talking, Blackman. That is my language you're talking there. That is probably the one article in there that I would actually sit and fucking take my time looking over. And it's your number one source for bodybuilding science. Yes, that was the other thing. I don't know what that noise was, but it sounded pretty cool. Too smart for the room. That's what he wants to be. He wants to be the scientist out there, and he wants to tell everybody how to do things with science. You know what? My science, I got the anabolic doc who used to write for them also. And that's as far as I go with science. But it's like where medicine meets bro science. Oh, excuse me, I hit my mic. Where medicine meets bro science. That, other than that, nobody understands that fucking scientific shit. So nobody wants to read that. You're wasting your fucking time if you even start reading it, because you're not going to get through it. All right? The copy editors even over there told me it's fucking unreadable, some of this scientific shit. Here, I'm going to go through some of the cover teasers that we have with Muscle Sport magazine. Rich Piana, more popular than Phil Heath. Now, that's a ballsy fucking statement. I believe it, so that's why I wrote it. And it's true if you compare their lines and their social media followings. He is more popular than Phil Heath. I don't give a fuck if Phil Heath wins 11 fucking Sandows. Rich Piana never competes again. He will have longer lines and sell more shirts than fucking The Gift. And then Denise Messino, sexiest bodybuilder ever. Oh, I'm doing a Blecky. I'm going out on a limb and saying sexiest bodybuilder ever. Ever. Yes, she is. Did you ever watch her fucking porno? Holy fuck. And she goes both ways. And she's got a fucking beautiful fucking face. She doesn't have a hard face like a lot of female bodybuilders do. However, Denise Messino, she pulled it off. She put on the fucking muscle, but she didn't get that hard face from the shit. So, definitely like the way Denise has been able to do that. And also here's some other stuff we had here. Steroids in 2 steps. DEA-based pro hormones. This is our retro issue. And here's some just Zach King Kong ruling with iron fists. Dave Palumbo, the anabolic expert, another pal of Blackman's, and Boston Lloyd, social media muscle. I get right to the point with my cover lines. I don't fucking waste time and jerk people off and put shit. Everything that I put on this cover is in the magazine. There's no lies. I don't have to lie, because I know what's in there is good. When you have to lie about your cover lines, you know that there's shit inside the fucking magazine. Subscribe for $32 a year, free shipping in the U.S., and you'll see what I mean.